I'm in the gardens at Harlow Carr on a mission to find the best flowering spring plants. Let's go have a look. RHS Harlow Carr is the Royal Horticultural Society's most northerly gardens, located in Harrogate, North Yorkshire. It was acquired by the RHS in 2001 after the society merged with the Northern Horticultural Society, who had owned the estate since 1948. I'm visiting the gardens in early spring, and I'm here to find the best spring flowering plants the gardens have to offer, so you can get some inspiration for your own planting schemes at home. Join me as I share the top 10 flowering plants I found in the gardens. Coming in at number 10, we're starting with a spring classic, hellebores. Hellebores are notorious for their nodding winter blooms, but these beautiful flowers can still be seen in early spring and beyond. Most hellebores have evergreen foliage and grow in neat clumps that are perfect for growing in shadier spots under trees or taller shrubs. Their flowers come in shades of cream, green and purple and are a must-have for any herbaceous spring border. Number 9 is reserved for rhododendrons, and several different varieties can be seen growing in the gardens at Harlow Carr in April. My favourite amongst the ones growing in the formal garden borders had to be Red Heart, as the pale pink blooms looked perfect at this time of year. I also loved the purple flowering variety Songbird, which was a much larger shrub. If you're already missing snowdrop season, number 8 on this list might be the one to look out for. Located in the rock garden, these snowflakes at Harlow Carr closely resemble their winter predecessors, despite not coming from the same species. With white bell-shaped flowers spotted with green growing in clumps, the main difference to their winter counterparts is their height, as these flowers can grow up to half a metre tall. Coming in at number 7, we have Brunnera. Not only does this plant produce lovely dainty blue blooms this early in the season, but its silvery green leaves make this the perfect shrub for underplanting trees or larger species. This variety, Sea Heart, was my favourite from the gardens at Harlow Carr. Piera's Forest Flame has to make number 6 on this list, as, like Brunnera, it's not just the lovely flowers that make this plant so special at this time of year. Alongside the clusters of creamy white bell-shaped flowers grow groups of red leaves, making this shrub stand out in the border it grows in. This is the perfect spring flowering shrub for April if you're looking for something to steal the spotlight. At number 5, we have hyacinths, another spring classic. With flowers coming in a whole range of shades, the gardens at Harlow Carr were absolutely bursting with colour thanks to the addition of these plants at the front of borders or in their potted displays. My favourite flowering shrub in the garden at this time of year has to be Skimmia japonica, which comes in at number 4. These plants produce clusters of tiny, star-shaped flowers in shades of cream, green and pink along the winter walk at Harlow Carr. My favourite was this small variety, Finchy, due to its beautiful pale yellow blooms. Heather is probably Harlow Carr's most impressive plant species growing in the gardens in spring, making it number 3 on this countdown. The carpets of colour these tiny flowers create mark the entranceway to the gardens and sweep right through into the rock garden and beyond. Some of my favourites included this deep pink cultivar, Cecilia Beale, and the white flowering silver schmelz. Spring is the start of the blossom season for many trees, including fruiting varieties found at Harlow Carr like nectarine and peach. However, the best blossoming blooms in April in these gardens have to be the flowering cherries, coming in second on this list. These pretty trees produce double or single flowers from late March that last well into May. With white and pink flowers growing in masses on trees of all sizes, mainly in and around the sandstone rock garden, it's hard to choose a favourite variety. Having said that, the Yoshino cherry is hard to beat, with its dainty pale pink flowers growing in profusion along its dark branches. Finally, there is no flower that is more representative of springtime in the UK than the daffodil, which is why it is number 1 on this list. Harlow Carr is full of these reliable bright spring bulbs at this time of year, with many grown in large drifts, some edging the classic borders, and some even growing in pots. Known for their bright yellow trumpet-shaped flowers, there are so many different varieties that look great during their flowering period. My favourite in the gardens here has to be the Narcissus Rapture, as the petals surrounding the protruding trumpet shape have an unusual windswept appearance. Do you agree with the plants I've shared on this list, or have I missed one of your Harlow Carr flowering favourites? Let us know in the comments and make sure to subscribe for more brilliant garden visits. Thanks for watching and happy growing!